The Nigerian Constitution states that all citizens, regardless of sex, religion, political affiliation, or tribe, should not by any means be discriminated against.
In Nigeria, our rights are embedded in the Constitution. There are many rights: the right to human dignity, the right to freedom of expression, and many different rights which most Nigerians are already aware of. Democracy means exercising these rights.
So democracy in itself is bringing government closer to the people.
Is this the case in Nigeria today?
Of course, the Constitution says we, the people of Nigeria, came together to write the Constitution. This does not necessarily include people with disabilities, because we are not even provided for within the Nigerian Constitution.
They doesn't recognize the disabled people outside there. When they see you coming, instead of to recognize that, well, this thing that comes, it just come by God's grace. Let us embrace it and give them happiness. There's no happiness.
At the moment, I can say that government has not done much. What I want to say is that government sees the issues of persons with disabilities as charity issues, not as rights.
The government of Nigeria is not being fair to people living with disability. Constitutionally, yes, we are covered irrespective of our status or our ability or disability in the society. But when it comes to implementation, that is where we are having a problem.
The dividends of democracy is good governance and the natural things of life, like good education, good roads, shelter, food and all that, healthcare. So whatever the government is doing, people living with disabilities should also be included in this.
The issues of accessibility, which is really paramount to most people with disabilities. Accessibility in terms of physical structures, accessing physical structures, getting in and out of buildings, climbing stairs and so on, getting in and out of transportation, airlines and so on. That's a serious issue for a lot of people with disabilities, including the blind, where some airlines tell you that unless you are accompanied by somebody, they cannot take you.
Development all over the world today has been achieved by the inputs of people, including those with disabilities. So what needs to be done to correct this situation in Nigeria?
The government has a very big role to play, and whatever they are doing, they must involve these people themselves. This organization is available, and we have various degrees of people who are talented, gifted. They need to be involved at every stages of government efforts, both from planning to execution. They can do it.
People living with disability should be given a special place. What they need is not your pity. They need your support so that they can be able to live a full life, like everybody else.
So apart from ensuring that rights of persons with disabilities are affirmed, we, the society, also have a role to play.
Consider them as human beings. These are people that also come out to do what? To vote, to cast their votes. So they have the right to be catered for.
Somebody said we are all vulnerable and we're all disabled in one way or another. If you don't have a physical disability or mental disability or any other disability, you may even have an emotional disability. So you should treat the person next to you just like you would want to be treated.
Inclusion, integration and equality, really, that is what we are really after.
The Joint House of Representatives Committee on Women Affairs and Social Development and Human Rights holds a public hearing on a bill for an act to ensure full integration of persons with disabilities into the society and to establish a national commission for persons with disabilities and vested with the responsibilities for their education, healthcare, and the protection of their social, economic, civil, and political rights. Date: Wednesday, 26th November 2008. Time: 10 a.m. prompt. Venue: Conference Room 028, House of Representatives, New Block.
Enabling ability in disability.